Colorado fumbles an opportunity to control their own destiny, to go to the Big 12 championship. Don't blame me for those words. That's what Coach Prime said, and we're going to listen to him say it. As they just couldn't stop the run, and in all the ways that they could have lost this game against Kansas, giving up 300 yards on the ground was just not one I saw coming. Let's talk about it, how the hell it happened, and what it means moving forward after the bumper. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsyJr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because I upload all the time. Now, Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes went into today's game at Arrowhead Stadium against the Kansas Jayhawks with all the momentum in the world. They had won 7 out of the last 8 games. They controlled their own destiny to make it to the Big 12 championship game. And once you get there, you win that game, you're in the college football playoff. But all of that came to a scorching halt as they dropped this game today against Kansas 37-21. And it wasn't because Shedeur Sanders had a bad game. No, it's a lot of times when Colorado loses, it's because the other team has been able to neutralize Shedeur Sanders in a way of not allowing him to be efficient because they're able to pressure him and do so much in the backfield. No, it wasn't that at all. It was the fact that Devin Neal, Kansas's running back, ran for 207 yards on 37 carries, and Kansas as a team ran for 331 yards on 57 carries, averaging 5.8 yards per carry, including the 3 touchdowns by Devin Neal. As I said, Shedeur Sanders went 23 of 29. For the majority of the game, he only had like 2 incompletions the whole entire time. But think about what I just said. When a team is able to run the ball 57 times for over 300 yards, Shedeur could have had 0 incompletions. He was losing today's game because the time of possession was utterly dominated by Kansas. Kansas was able to do. And here's the thing. I've talked about all year the improvements of the Colorado defense, the improvements that Coach Livingston brought to Boulder, the improvements that Colorado, between Coach Livingston and his entire staff, which includes adding Phil Lodeholt and Warren Sapp on those fronts. They couldn't do anything. They just simply were dominated by Devin Neal. Devin Neal and Jalen Daniels. Excuse me. Completely. Excuse me. I mean, just talking about it make me allergic. I'm allergic to the BS. This BS that was this game. This game just completely ruined the opportunity for Colorado to hold their own destiny. And it wasn't because Travis wasn't Travis. Travis had 2 touchdowns, goes over 1,000 yards. To me, Travis locked up the Heisman today. Let me first of all, start seeing that. Travis had 125 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns, and went over 1,000 yards for the season. Shedeur Sanders sets the Colorado single season record for passing touchdowns. And with these guys still balling out of control, they couldn't stop the run. And that, to me, as improved as this defense has been, that's been their strength. Getting after the passer, they're top 10 in the country in sacks. And stopping the run has been their calling card this season. So to think, now, I say that, and Kansas State was able to run the ball in Colorado. I say that, and Kansas State was able to run the ball in Colorado. That being said, Kansas State was the only team, really. Nebraska a little bit at the beginning of the year, but Kansas State was the only team in recent history, in recent memory, to run the ball on Colorado. That was it. But Devin Neal to go over 200 yards, Kansas as a team to go over 300 yards rushing, just what? I didn't see that in the calling cards. If they were going to lose today, I didn't think it was going to be that. I thought it was going to be them stopping Shedeur, Travis in that offense, stopping LeJontay Wester, stopping these guys, and that didn't happen. But the only problem was these guys didn't have any chance to have the ball. They never had the ball. And so now, what does this mean? So Colorado falls to 8-3 on the year. They no longer control their destiny. And with the win by Arizona State today, there's now 4 teams in them beating BYU. There's now 4 teams at the top of the Big 12 with 2 losses. There's BYU, there's Arizona State, there's Colorado, and there's Iowa State. And so therefore, yes, one, you have to go on to win next week against Oklahoma State to even have a chance of getting back to the Big 12 championship game, or to getting to the Big 12 championship game. But not only that, now you need a bunch of help. Now you need some upsets. Now you need some teams to do some things in order to help you to get there. And trust me, we were all rooting for Coach Prime to get in the playoff. You think the committee is happy that Colorado just lost and that Deion Sanders could potentially not end up making the playoff? Or do you think the people who own the rights to the Big 12 championship game are happy that it may not include Colorado? No. They're not happy at all, especially if it includes BYU and it may not include Colorado. No. Now, I want to show another thing that about this game particularly. Kansas State they wanted to muck it up with Colorado. They wanted to push Shedeur, specifically Shedeur, off his square, Shedeur and Travis, but mainly Shedeur. They wanted to try to get inside the head of Shedeur Sanders. But I think this game, it showed why Shedeur is going to be a high round pick, because even with all this foolishness that was going on in this game, Shedeur still had a hell of a game. He still had a hell of a game, even though Kansas was clearly, their MO was, hey, we're going to try to rattle Shedeur. If we can't sack him and put him on the ground, we are going to hit and lay and cheap shot and do all kinds of dirty stuff to get under the skin of quarterback Shedeur Sanders. So let me go ahead and show you first this garbage. Hold on 1 second. I mean, this is now, and also the problem, there's multiple problems with these plays, and let me show them first. But there's multiple problems with these plays besides the fact they're just dirty, right? So this was Shedeur Sanders, fair use, by the way, fair use. I don't want to get a copyright strike from Fox, but this is Shedeur Sanders in a passing play. Now, what? I mean, you watch the game, but what? Look at this, and there was no flag thrown on this.
It's Dean Miller. Oh, and he is going right to
a clear cheap shot to Shedeur's knees. Damn near. I mean, think about all the bad things that could have came from this. Shedeur could have. I mean, he could have had all kinds of knee injuries. Then he hits him so hard on a dirty shot to the knees, ACL, MCL, anything. But he hits him so hard that then he damn near could have had a back end or neck injury. Now it's football. I get it. People get hit. But this was dirty. This was not legal. This was dirty. How in the hell was this not called? I have no clue. But look at it.
It's Dean Miller.
The ball is clearly gone. And he dove right at Shedeur's knees. He didn't get pushed. He didn't get blocked into it. He dove at the man's knees defenseless. And there was no flag throw. There was absolutely no flag throw. Now, I'm not saying Colorado lost this game because of the refs, but plays like this can't happen. I mean, look at this garbage, and hits him so damn hard. Look, Shedeur look like he's doing a breakdance move. Are you serious? Look at that.
Right.
I mean, that could have ended that man's season. And this is a tweet from Robert Griffin, who played in the NFL, who won a Heisman. He says, at any level of football, this is a late and dirty hit on Shedeur Sanders. No place for this in the game. And there wasn't even a damn flag thrown for this. There wasn't even a flag thrown. Are you serious? But it didn't end there. It wasn't just that. Now, people wanted to say, oh, Shedeur should have been ejected. But look at this garbage. Hold on. Let me see if they have the whole thing first. Let me make sure I'm not just okay. So yes. So look at this. Are you serious? I mean, how in the hell are these? Like, how is this being allowed? So this is the play. Once again, fair use, Fox. Please don't. So they're sacking Shedeur. They didn't have much of that, but it happened.
See in a football.
And so,
game.
But look at this, guys. Look at this. Dude's laying on top of him, jumping back on top of him. And so, of course, I mean, look, knees hitting the back of the man's head. What the hell? Like, what the hell is going on? This is a close game. At this point, this game is still close. How are none of these flags being thrown? Now, obviously,
Kansas
Shedeur
by
got up and was pissed, as he should be now. He's pissed. You got to be smarter than this, though. You have to be smarter than
9. Upset alert.
pushing the ref. You can't push the ref, Shedeur. You can't push the ref. I'm glad because I heard Mike Pereira said, "Oh, he could have been thrown out." And man, that would have been garbage if they had thrown him out. As good of a game as that man was having, and as dirty as Kansas was playing towards him, it would have been a damn shame if Shedeur would have ended up being the one to get thrown out. But Kansas came in and they clearly had an MO. They wanted to muck this game up. They wanted to make it dirty, physical, late hits, dirty hits, low to the knees, and all of that stuff. And that's the type of game they wanted to try to rattle Shedeur and on when they played the actual football, not the dirty stuff. They just said, "Hey, we're gonna hit you square in the mouth and see what you do about it, and keep hitting you over and over." What Marshawn Lynch used to say? "I'll run through an MFer's face over and over and over," and that's what Kansas did. 51 rushing attempts, 37 attempts by Devin Neal by himself. They kind of bullied Colorado. That's called, hey, well, I believe we're tougher than you. We've been tougher than these other teams. We don't give a damn that we were 2-6 4 weeks ago. We're tougher than you. We're gonna hit you in the mouth, and we're gonna come out of this with a win. And that's what they did. That's what they did. Kudos to them. They were dirty a little bit. They were mucking it up. But at the end of the day, they won it because they could just run the ball over and over and over and over again. Now, this is what Prime had to say after the game. Now, I know some of y'all may have been mad because y'all like to call me a hater. I may have been mad that I said they fumbled away their opportunity. Well, I used that verbiage for a reason because that is the exact same verbiage that Prime used when talking about what took place.
It's a phenomenal thing. I don't just think about football. I think about life. So the message to these young men is if God were to grant you every darn thing you needed in life, all the ability, the thought process, the connections, the visuals, and you don't do nothing with it, that's on you. And that's what we are. We control our own destiny. We fumbled it. Right, bro. It's a phenomenal thing.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, they did. They did. I do want to say, though, I do believe with this game, Travis did lock up the Heisman. You can't tell me there's a better football player out there in college football than him. He is amazing. He is everything that we say he is. And then even after losing a hard-fought game, there were Colorado fans that made the trip that were in Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas to watch Travis Hunter play, and they had his jersey. And look at what the young man's doing after the game. This is what, a 21-year-old man, young man, signing jerseys, signing autographs, dapping up Kansas fans. I mean, damn, you got to respect greatness when it's there. Look at the Kansas fan. And Trav gave him some dap. You got a game recognized game. And they brought their Travis Hunter jerseys. And Travis, after losing a game, knowing that they no longer control their own destiny, losing a game, knowing that he's hurting on the inside, losing a game, knowing that you may have just squandered away your opportunity of making the college football playoff and continuing to be on the grandest of all grand stages that he deserves, by the way, because he is one of one. He still took time to sign people's jerseys that brought the Travis Hunter jersey, that's showing love and support, and even dapping up Kansas fans. That's rare stuff. I mean, dude is in a league of his own. He's going to win the Heisman Trophy. It's just unfortunate that he may not get an opportunity to play in the expanded playoff or play in the Big 12 championship game, and therefore get a chance to play in the expanded playoff, because the world needs to continue to watch Travis Hunter play football in college while we can. We need to continue to show love and respect the duality of him being able to play both ways, because once again, I stated it once, it's not a hater. I'm just telling you, I'm not going to let him do this in the pro level. And so to continue to watch him go out there, play 150 snaps a game, day in and day out, and then even after taking a loss and probably disappointed and frustrated and angry and all of the above, to sign those jerseys and dap up Kansas fans dude is one-on-one, man. They literally don't make him like Travis Hunter. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Colorado squanders an opportunity, loses 37-21 to Kansas. What do you think? How do you think that? Do you think they still will end up in the Big 12 championship game? What? I don't even know the exact scenarios that they need, but they obviously need some teams to lose. They need at least one of. So there's 4 teams. Once again, it's Colorado, Iowa State, Arizona State, and BYU all with the same conference record. Only the top 2 teams go. So Colorado needs 2 of those teams to lose to guarantee. They need to win first, beat Oklahoma State next week. And then they need 2 of those teams to lose for them to end up in the Big 12 championship game for sure. For sure. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on Jeff Lightsy Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. That is on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.